Hello everyone! If you see me in this outfit in my previous video, it's because I literally finished one video and started filming another. I only have like 3 days left at home and I want to get as much reading done as possible. So, without further ado, we're doing a 24-hour readathon. Very excited for this. I'm very nervous as well, but I need to finish like a bulk of my books so I don't need to travel back and forth with them. I have so many unread books in the UK that I need to bring back with me. So because of that, I don't want to travel with books to work in the UK and then come back with even more books. So this is the reason for this video. I hope this isn't too blabbery, but I'm very excited. So let's hop straight in. So for this 24-hour readathon, I have picked out 4 books. I'm hoping to finish all of them. Knowing my history and how slow I read, I'd probably only be able to finish 2, maybe 2.5, but I'm hoping for the best because I'm in a reading mood. Like my previous video had really good books in and it took me completely out of my slump. So very excited. The first book here we have is The Worst Best Man by Lucy Score. Never read anything by her. I'm very excited to see what her reading is like. I can't remember what her series is called. I think the Knock 'Em Out series. No interest in that whatsoever. The books are too long and a romance should never be more than like 300 pages. Anyway, so I'm very, very excited for this, and it is over 300 pages with an epilogue, so 434 pages. So let's see, she's very known for writing such long books, but yeah, very excited for this. This is about a bride and a groom, and the best man is the worst, and the maid of honor is trying to save the wedding because she takes her duties really seriously. So sounds like a fun read. I'm very excited. Next book, we have Assistant to the Villain by Hannah Nicole Mayer. And I have no idea what this is about. I kind of want to go in blind. This is also a kind of long one, but the font looks really good. It's kind of bold. So for my blind eyes, I'll be able to see. And this one is 340 pages. That's exciting. Very excited for this. I have no idea what it's about. Like I said, I've only seen it multiple times on TikTok, and I don't really watch reviews fully if I haven't read the book or I am planning to read the book. But yeah. Very excited for this. It sounds interesting. Then we have The Ballad of Never After. This is my most anticipated read, I swear to God. Like, I'm so freaking excited, by Stephanie Garber. And this is the second book in the Once Upon a Time series, or is it? I don't know what it's all called, but yeah, the first book is called Once Upon a Broken Heart. This one is The Ballad of Never After, so it is the second, and I'm very excited, put it that way. So the previous book like left on a cliffhanger. I feel like I need to read the last like couple pages of that book in order to come back to this, but I think we might start with this. But I feel like this is going to be a 5-star as well, because Once Upon a Broken Heart was. So yeah, last book we have today is I can never pronounce this word, but The Hawthorne Legacy, and this is the second book in the Inheritance Games trilogy. So I really loved the first book, gave it 4.5 stars. Really good, really fast paced, and honestly it made me want to read more. So very excited for this. This one is no, it's not too bad. 352 pages. So very, very excited for our little TBR. I hope I can read loads. The way this video is going to work is I'm going to do 12 hours today and then 12 hours tomorrow, just because I have a newfound illness and it makes me quite tired, so I don't think I'll be able to stay up too late. But I'm gonna go make myself a snack, and then we're gonna start Once Upon a Broken Heart. Fingers crossed I can get through this really fast. It's also really warm, so I might go for a swim, maybe tan a bit. So very excited. So I just wanted to give you guys a little update because I'm not going to film too many B-rolls and I'm also not going to film too many check-ins just because I don't want this video to be so long because it takes ages to edit, and like I said, I'm going away this weekend, so yeah, no more filming for the next month. But so far we are at 22:59, so we've been reading for an hour and I'm on page 46, so that's pretty good for me. That's faster than I usually read. Normally in an hour I read about 30 pages, but the book starts off basically where it left off, and I didn't even need to go back to the first book to read the last couple pages because it just kind of, I don't know, there was little reminders that told you where it left off. So Apollo is still in a like deep sleep that he was put in the first book. I don't know if that's a spoiler, but yeah, don't listen to this part if you haven't read the first book. But yeah, he's in a state of suspended sleep, and Jack's actually put him there, which is this mythical being / fate, and he's obviously the Prince of Hearts. So anyway, he has now, basically in a nutshell, they're trying to get Apollo out of his coma or suspended sleep, and she's going through a bunch of stuff. But yeah, so far I'm really enjoying it. It's going really fast, and I will update you guys again when I get to the 50% mark of the book. But I think that was a bit chaotic. It's really hot, so, and my brother just got home. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a bit. So sorry about the angles and sorry about speaking silently, but my entire family's home right now. So I just wanted to check in. Oh, I don't even think I stopped my timer. Let me get it. So we have 18 hours on the clock. That means I've been reading for 6 long hours. This is dragging on a bit. I thought it would take me a lot quicker to read because my reading speed has increased, but apparently not that much. So I'm not sure if this is going to sound right, but it is reaching like the halfway mark, so it should sound okay. So like I said, we've been reading The Ballad of Never After. I am on page 202, which is basically halfway through the book, but it's dragging on a little bit. It's not giving me 5-star feels like the first book did. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the journey, but I stopped a few times to I had to go to the doctor's, like I said. I had to eat lunch, I had to eat dinner, and those are things that I don't like to read a physical book while I'm doing. And then, yeah, so it's going, but I think I'll just tell you more about the book at the end, or maybe even at the end of the video, not at the end of the book. So, and then I'm also just going to keep my rating till then. But yeah, we made it halfway through. It's going very, very slow, but I'm hoping to finish this tonight. I don't know how much longer I can read for because I'm really tired, but yeah, I'll get back to you guys when we are done this book, if I can speak. Otherwise, I'm going to have to whisper because my parents go to sleep quite early. Anyway, see you in a bit. Hi everyone. So I have disappointing news. I failed. So yesterday I read for 11 hours ish. I have 13 minutes and 20 seconds left on my clock. Unfortunately, I called it quits. So it took me literally 11 hours to read this book. Obviously, I have a lot going on, but I stopped the timer in the middle. But this took me so much longer to read than I thought it would. At the end, I was like delirious and delusional, and I basically just skimmed through like the last 3 chapters. It was just too much. So I'm not going to continue this, and we're just going to call it a fail. I wasn't going to post this, but in the end I decided I'm gonna, just because I want to talk a little bit about this book. I don't know if that's going to hold. So before we talk about all my failures, this is the series. My books keep falling over, sorry. So this is the first book, Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber, and then the sequel is The Ballad of Never After. So I really loved Once Upon a Broken Heart, and it was just so whimsical. I absolutely loved reading it. That, however, I read over 2 days, and being introduced to the world and Jax and Evangeline's so ditzy and so naive and pretty much dumb. I really liked that story and the introduction and the world building. However, book number 2 felt more of a chore. Like, I feel like there were bits that didn't need to be in there, and the book could have been probably 100 pages shorter. It would have probably been a little bit more enjoyable had it been shorter. So in the first book, she meets Jax, who is a fate, and he is the Prince of Hearts. So he fell in love with someone once and they broke his heart, and now he's just like miserable, but he can grant wishes, so can all the fates. So she goes to him because the love of her life is now marrying someone else, and it turns out to be her stepsister. And then Jax agrees to end their wedding, but on the condition that she gives him 3 kisses. So she's already done 2 and she's still got 1 left, which takes us into the next book. I don't want to spoil too much, but at the end of it, she marries a prince. So in this one, the prince is basically unalived, and they find out that it's not just that it's a curse put on him, but then there's other curses put in place, and her and Jax are on a mission to lift this case. But then there's a twist of events, and the arch that they were talking about in the first book is mentioned mostly in this book, and I guess that is their adventure, is to open this arch. It was just a lot of, like, there's just chapters in there that were kind of fillers, that it felt like to me anyway. There are bits that didn't need to be there, and I felt like it was just excessive. Evangeline is dumb. She makes the dumbest and most dangerous decisions. Like, come on. And I think after reading ACOTAR, just knowing that like Farah in that book was illiterate, she still made much better decisions than Evangeline did. Anyway, in saying all that, I will give this book a 4.5 star. I was teetering on like a 4.5, but I do like the story. I just felt like maybe I pushed myself a little bit too much with reading it all in one go. I didn't give myself enough breathers in between to like think about the book, but I'm very excited to read the 3rd book. I've heard some bad things about it, but I'm hoping that it wraps everything up really nicely. So yeah, that is it for today's video. I'm sorry I failed. Like, I really did try, but I'm leaving the day after tomorrow. I'm flying out early in the morning, or I have to be at the airport at like 10, I think. So I will be leaving home at like 8:30, 9. So I don't have any time to like really edit this or anything. So I guess it's a blessing in disguise. Today I need to like pack and sort out like my room, because I'll be gone for a month. And then also I need to, tomorrow I have an appointment to have my nails done just before I go, pedicure mostly. And there's just a lot of like pre-trip packing. I go away for like a month, 2 months at a time. So it's a lot of like, I actually have to be careful what I pack. It's not like a vacation. So yeah, I thought it was better that I didn't just spend 13 hours of today kind of just blasting through books when I have so much to do. So I'm sorry about that. It probably shouldn't have been called a 24-hour readathon because I couldn't commit fully, but I didn't think it through. I just wanted to get through as many books as possible, but all in due course. Like, I still have time. We're only in February, well, the end of February right now, leading into March. So yeah, we read 1 book in this video. I do hope that it was okay, and please remember to like and subscribe and click the bell icon for notifications every time I upload. I also do have a makeup channel if you want to go check that out. I actually did this look right now, but it will be later. It will be out later in April, because I have like all my pre-uploads on there. Books I can't really pre-film just because I read very slow. Like 400 pages in 11 hours is really slow, and I'm actually really disappointed, but such is life. But anyway, I will see you all in my next video, and until then, bye.